Hello, my lovely Leo, and welcome to your weekly reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, check out your monthly reading and your moon reading if you haven't had a chance. Otherwise, if you do enjoy this, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. Hit that notification bell. I would greatly appreciate it. It does help me grow my channel, and it helps it get to all the other Leos, which is the most popular sign in America, by the way. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We don't do reversals on the weekly, just on the larger monthly love bonuses, those kinds of ones. So let's see what we've got going for you here, shall we? These are some big cards. Wow. All right, so we have the World card. Okay, so I feel like you guys have really had something kind of come to fruition for you. I feel like maybe you've completed a work project, a work task, a relationship stage, perhaps. Something of that nature has really come to fruition. So for some of you, I don't know if you've gotten a promotion, maybe you've gotten a raise, maybe you've taken your business to another level. Perhaps you have kind of completed a phase of a relationship and you're moving into the next. So maybe you're like gone from like living separate to the moving in together, or maybe you just got engaged, maybe you are getting married, these kinds of things. But I definitely see that you have kind of closed out one cycle very successfully to move into another chapter. So I think that's very, very good. For some of you may have completed a school situation or an education issue where it's gotten you kind of a certification, some sort of educational situation that you were hoping to get you to another level in your business, something like that. But I do feel like you have definitely, concluded something that's really brought to fruition, something you've been working on, and now you're ready to take on even more. But it's very positive because you also have the Wheel of Fortune here. So for sure, whatever it is that you've done it well. You've done it well enough to where it is bringing you a lot more opportunities. Again, this could be something where you are really moving up in a business world. You could be moving up in your relationship. But I definitely am seeing like a growth process here, something where you have, it's culminating, okay, to something of much, much bigger, level of kind of commitment for you, or, kind of complexities, or some sort of you may be taking over something. Perhaps you're deciding to go out on your own, and this is where you were working for a company and now you've decided to start your own business, and you've completed all the paperwork and stuff for that. So you're now really working for yourself. This is like what your dream was. But I feel like whatever you were really focused on, really hard, really wanting to happen, to come to fruition, you're really on that path, and this is really a happy time for you, a really good process that you're in. But down here we have the Eight of Cups. So I do feel like whatever it is kind of causing you to have to move away from certain people. Okay, so again, for some of you, this could be the fact that, again, you are, if you are becoming your own boss, if you're starting your own business, if you're taking a bigger, higher level job, something of that nature. This could be a situation where you're actually physically moving away, from the area to take that, to start that, develop that. It could also just be something where if you are taking on creating your own business, you're just not able to be around the same people at your work. So you may still be in the area, but you just aren't seeing them every day. You're not spending as much time with them. You're outside the office. You're focused on your own business, very much working. And if it's those of you who are moving in with your significant other or getting married, those kinds of things, something in that level that's getting raised for you. Again, you could be leaving home for the first time, or you could be leaving home, or leaving your friends, roommates, whomever, to go and live with this person, maybe in the same area, right down the street perhaps, or maybe all the way in another city. But I do feel like you are going to be kind of in some form or fashion separated to some extent from those that you're used to being with more frequently, given this elevated station that you're going to have, either in the relationship, business, whatever it may be that you are kind of growing in. So, but either way, it's definitely good news for you. And I don't see this as being a sad parting. I just feel like it's something where maybe you'll be, in a different vicinity on the daily, or unable to spend quite as much time with that person for other things that you have to do, those kinds of things. But I don't see it as a sad parting here. So let's see what your challenge card is. Okay. 3 of Swords. And I do feel like, okay, that your challenge is a broken heart. Okay. So this could be twofold. Okay. This could be that if you're moving forward in a relationship, there is a person who, also was very much interested in you, and, it's breaking their heart to see them, to have to watch you move forward. Okay. And this person may be around and you don't want to see them sad, or you just don't want to see them around, period. But they are around and they're seeing this, and they could cause problems. They may not. But either way, I see somebody with a broken heart. That could be an issue there. The other thing is that this here, where you're moving away, okay? And again, like I said, I don't necessarily see this driven as a sad thing for you, okay? But because it's not a sad thing for you doesn't mean it's not a heartbreaking thing for someone else. So if you're somebody who, you lived with your parents till you were, 30 or something, and now you're getting married, and that's like very common for a lot of people nowadays, with the cost of living and stuff. So a lot of parents are just used to that. And when you go get married and you leave the nest, it's gutting to them, right? So, mom and dad might be heartbroken, even though you're kind of like, I'm finally getting my freedom, I'm finally moving out, that kind of thing. This could be the same thing for people who are moving away from their kids. You might have grown kids that are still living at home, and, you're like, okay, well, now I'm getting married, whatever. I'm going to either move in with such and such, or they're going to move in here and you need to be whatever. But, again, this might be a heartbreak for somebody involved, or if you're moving away for a job, you might be looking at it as, okay, it's bittersweet, maybe a bit, because, I won't see them every day, but it's this opportunity for me. This is growth, it's excitement, it's adventure. That's who you are. But for your friends and family, this is absolutely gut-wrenching for them that they won't see you every other day, or, do things with you on a daily basis or every weekend or whatever. So, this could be a challenge for you, because you certainly don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or make anyone feel bad. But again, for some of you, this could be somebody who is also a problem child here, that is, you've broken their heart along the way, and they're going to want to come back and try to cause you some problems, some drama, some, petty, immature stuff. So just do keep your eye out if that's something that you could possibly anticipate, or you're thinking right off the bat, I know exactly who would do that. I know exactly who would try to show up at my wedding and stand up in the back and speak now instead of forever holding their peace. Those kind of idiots. That's what you're saying in your head, and ruin my wheel of fortune. If you know that kind of person, then, that might be something you want to just kind of look out for, post security at the door. But other than that, I think for the most part, this is more related to this, that, while you're seeing things maybe as an adventure, there'll be people who may miss you a lot. Even if it's just not seeing you every day, it may be kind of hard for them. So let's see what, let's see what the psychic deck, sorry about that, grabbed the wrong one. Psychic deck has to say about your world card here. Get some other information on that. Maybe give us some insight or some, what to do, what not to do. All right, balance. So again, I feel like you are back in balance. This is kind of like a magician card, because in this card, they have everything at their disposal, all their tools and everything. So I do feel like you've kind of culminated to the point where you feel like you have everything under control. You have all of the tools at your disposal. You are on point. You're feeling like you have really kind of become boss vibes, right? You have whatever you've accomplished, you've worked really hard to do it. It's come to fruition and you feel like your world is in balance, harmonious, and you have all the tools you need to kind of make a good, successful go of it. And you do. I mean, I can see that with your Wheel of Fortune being next. So just kind of keep that balance. Don't go too crazy with it, even though you have all the tools at your disposal. You know, we don't want to overdo it, but I do think it's going to be a very good time for you coming up. Let's see what your moon card is here on the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Swords. Resistance. Okay. So again, I think this is, depending on how it relates to you, so take it as it resonates. If this is somebody who's giving you pushback, resistance, whatever, that is an ex, something like that, that, you know, you've broken their heart and they want to kind of cause drama or whatever, just resist the temptation to even allow them any sort of input in your life. Just ignore them. If you give them no reaction, most likely, like any other bully, they're going to go away, right? So just don't even give them time of day, okay? If you can, cut them out completely. Don't allow them around anything, whatever. But for most of you that I feel like this is more kind of related to this, where you're kind of moving away from them, whether it be even just moving out of that office into a different office space, and your coworkers that you are been good friends with for years are like, I'm going to miss you so bad on a daily basis, who I eat lunch with, you know, that kind of thing. Or, you know, your parents or your kids or whomever you're moving out from. I feel like, you know, they're going to resist. Okay. I really do. I feel like that because of their heartbreak, they are really going to resist this whole situation. They might, you know, they might express their desire for you to not move forward in this way, or, you know, they might even say some things that you kind of take offense to. You know, they might say some things like, don't you think you're moving too fast? Don't you think you should put it off? Don't you think you should wait? Or maybe you are making a bad decision. Those kinds of things that you might really be offended by, right? But just know that their resistance is coming from a place of love, because they will miss you, because they care about you, and try not to take it personal. They don't really mean that you you know, you shouldn't do that, or that you're making bad decisions, or that, you know, any of that stuff. More than likely, 99.9% chance is that they just really are going to miss you, or they're sad that they aren't going to be around you as much. And so they're just kind of trying to find a way to nudge you into not leaving them. So just kind of resist the urge to kind of take it personally, and know that they are just resisting what their heartbreak is saying to them. So let's see what your last advice card is on this 8 of Cups, and we'll close you out. Okay, this says, great awakening, walk in your truth, stand firm in your light. How can you trust yourself more? So again, this is telling me wherever it is you're going, whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're picking to do, whether this is a work move, whether this is a relationship move, whatever it is, if you're moving down the street, if you're moving offices next door, or you're moving across country, whatever it is you're doing, you know you're doing this for yourself, and you know it's the right thing to do, okay? You're walking in your truth and you're standing firm in your light, okay? So this is a good decision for you. This is a good thing. So again, just resist the temptation to feel, you know, disheartened if they say something like that, or to feel like they're being mean or nasty, or get upset, because again, take it, you know, I guess the best thing to say is like, consider the source. And I don't mean that in a bad way. That's actually meant in a very good way in this regard, because the source is people who love you and want you around, right? So if you're considering that the reason that they're saying that is because they just don't want to lose you, you know, you have to realize that they know that you know what you're doing. They know that you are going to be doing great things, and that you are, you know, an awesome person, or they wouldn't want you around. So, you know, trust yourself and do what you need to do, and just kind of resist the temptation to tell them to shut up, and know that it's coming from a good place, and you just stay balanced, stay happy. Everything you've worked for is coming to fruition. And this is, you know that this is your truth, right? You worked for it. So enjoy it. Okay. So I hope this did resonate with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. Otherwise, I hope to see you back later, for your love bonuses. Bye.